I'm holding the brand new top secret FMS new release, the Integral. This is a very futuristic, but they claim beginner friendly, super fast EDF. This is a 6S jet that FMS has boldly said should be fairly beginner friendly because it has good low speed tendencies. And check this out. Look at the articulation on that, and they are very robust aluminum shocks. They are retracts as well. I love the bright lights on this. I'll show you guys in a second. And we even have flaps on this jet. It is a very unique looking RC. I think the paint scheme goes pretty much in line with another jet that we have on the channel. I'll show a quick shot of it. This is the FMS Futura Sport. It is a 64mm, that's back here, 4S version of the Futura. And other than that, you know, it's a very unique, I love how the wings are swept back, both in the front and the rear. And even the vertical stabilizer is kind of swept back too. So, nope. I'm excited, Abby. I'm excited to see how this flies. Let's put it in the air. And oh, by the way, check out the ample space in here. And we are using the tray system for the battery. So let's put a 6S 4,000 to 5,000 milliamp in and maiden this thing. Let's see how it does. Before I take off, make sure you hit like and let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, red or blue. I really like the bright red because it pops so well, but it also comes in a sharp blue as well. Yeah. It looks good. I like it. It's a very different looking jet. I'm excited to see how it flies. So let's go. Oh, that's nice. Landing gear is up. I've got some up here. I probably need to, you know, it's a maiden flight. Got to trim it a little bit, but it already feels good. Yeah, I got to trim it down a hair. She's letting you climb quite a bit. When you maiden something, you really should fly a couple mistakes high while you're trimming it up. Still climbing a good bit. Might eat up a lot of trim. And a little left roll. Just being an EDF, this is a very realistic maiden flight. Very little wind. And that is nice. Still just a touch of climb. That feels pretty good. Let's get it in a little lower. I like the silhouette. It looks good.
You ready to play my favorite game?
Well, snap. You want to do that already?
Will it snap?
Okay, here's full throttle. We're going to climb it. And snap. Oh yeah, that's a pretty good snap.
Nice. I love when it topples over like that.
The green and red nav lights look good, even in the daylight. I could see it. I love the silhouette of this thing. Watch this when I kick it up on the side. Look at that. Little scimitar knife edge. That's a really wild knife edge. It doesn't like to hold it very well. I do see this being kind of a trainer-esque EDF because it has very docile tendencies. Even the roll rate is not very drastic. This is all just straight out of the box like anybody else would fly it. See that roll rate? That's nothing insane. And that was with some pretty good hefty throttle on. It feels tame.
Let's see it loop.
Okay, let's bring it out on the back side and I'll loop it from right to left. It's really nice. It should climb right into this really well. Throttle off up there and bring it down. It feels heavy, I think is the best way to describe it. It's not especially heavy on the ground, and it's not heavy in a bad way. It just kind of has some weight to it. And it tumbled well. Roll here. The left roll. Climb it up and maybe hammerhead over. Let's see if it can hammerhead, if it has enough rudder to do it. Oh yeah, that's great. Nice and clean. We'll roll out of that hammerhead and then pull up.
Inverted.
What about it? Just hold it? Yeah,
well,
okay.
yeah.
Let's see if we can get it back.
Ooh, a turn and everything.
No, that was not. I rolled.
Oh, okay. Outside loop.
We can do that.
Tumble.
Tore
to the earth.
Here, I'll tell you what. Let's do it like this.
Spin, spin, spin.
Sorry, Abby.
Aww.
Okay, let's tumble it down, okay? You ready? Okay.
Oh!
Now, it also says it has very capable slow flying tendencies. So let's kick those flaps on.
Spaceship mode.
They're on. And look at that. We're putzing it in.
Wow.
Now, if we stalled right there, that'd be a hard one to come out of. So let's try to bring it in a little lower.
3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes.
Yeah, we'll probably shoot for about 4.5.
Forgot that's my job.
Okay, here. Spaceship mode is on. It does climb.
Wow, a lot of climb.
But look at that. Look at that slow pass. Flaps off. Build up our speed before we try to hit that bank. Pretty well-rounded jet. Pretty well-rounded jet. It's very futuristic looking. Here's a 0 throttle pass.
Let's see you try that knife edge again.
It was pretty dirty, wasn't it?
It was pretty yucky.
Very, very trainer-esque for sure. Definitely. Yeah, it doesn't like to hold it. It just doesn't like to hold it.
You hardly got it.
It's not a 3D plane. It's just a jet with a little tiny rudder on the back. So let's pull out
4.
Probably thinking about landing. We'll check the voltage at the end of this flight to let you guys know what it put it at. Just feels heavy. That's the best way to describe this jet. We are going to drop the landing gear and put on some flaps. Half
sure
flaps.
They're there. Count them all.
Yeah, they're there.
Are you sure?
I see them.
Do you know how to count to 3?
Yeah, I can do it.
Are you sure?
Remember, those flaps give us a little bit of extra lift, so we don't need to do much here. Hey, nice and clean and smooth.
That's really good.
I wish the touchdown would have been right in front of us, but that was a very soft, smooth landing. Just let that speed bleed off, and then we'll taxi this back. That was a nice, very tame maiden flight of a jet, of a 6S jet. By looking at this, I would have thought it would have been more aggressive EDF, but it's true to what they said. It is trainer-esque. Could this be a person's first airplane ever? I don't know. But as a first EDF, at least a first 6S EDF, definitely. And if you like the way this thing looks, it'll be linked to the description box below. Okay, let's see. I can't remember if I put a 5,000 or 4,000 in. I think it was 4,000 milliamp. A 4-minute flight, yeah, is that right?
Yep.
3.8 volts per cell. So that could have easily gone to 5-minute flight, in my opinion, on a 4,000 milliamp, which is a really good flight time for a 6S EDF.
What's the appropriate? How many different ways can I say this?
Well, it's not even
integral. Integral.
Yeah. That's their new jet. You know, very futuristic look, very tame to fly, feels kind of heavy. This is why we couldn't knife edge. Okay, very tiny little rudder with a lot of weight and speed kind of aerodynamics up here. And in a future video, I'm hoping to do a speed test on this to see how fast it does actually go, because over 200 kilometers an hour is a very quick jet. So I want to put a battery in, and probably in another video, we'll see how quick it does. Whoops, it does go.
You're such a nerd.
Assembly of this was extremely easy, and I actually want to show you guys how the wings plugged in. It uses an old serial port like you see on computers for like video graphics monitors, at least before HDMI. And I really like it because it's a very durable and robust connection. I don't know if I've ever seen any other plane use that connection, but I love that they did here because it's just one quick plug in. Then we had some bolts on the bottom of the wing, 2 on each side, and like a total of 6 bolts to hold on all of the rear stabilizers. So the assembly of this thing was really easy, no glue required. Just plug in a couple things and then get your battery charged. And by the time your battery's charged, you can have this thing assembled and in the air. Now, although this is very futuristic looking as far as the paint goes, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think this actually looks like? And take a look at the blue one. And now let me know what you think it looks like.
I'm glad
have
we
an
got
idea.
red.
Yeah, me too. I do like the red a lot. Now, because they, FMS, are really pushing this to be a beginner-friendly 6S EDF, like a first 6S jet, although I don't recommend it to be a person's first airplane, I'm going to mention AMA here because you should have AMA before you fly this or anything like this. It's the Academy of Model Aeronautics. Insurance, for those of us that fly RC planes especially, but even RC cars, helicopters, boats, everything remote control is covered by them. But the reason we have it when we're flying is not only so we are insured in case an accident happens, but so we can educate ourselves before flying. It's very important that we fly safe and represent our hobby the best way possible. We'll have the AMA linked in the description box below. And remember guys, this jet is linked down there too. If you use our link to buy this jet or anything else on the website, you do help to support our channel and our family at no extra cost to you, and we're very grateful. While on the subject of gratitude, I want to say a massive thanks to God for blessing us with this beautiful day to get out here in Maiden, the brand new FMS Integral. This is a lot of fun, and a massive thanks to God. Also a huge thanks to our Patreon supporters because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it without your insanely awesome support. If you love RC jet videos, we'll have another hand-picked video popping up right about now just for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.